Well, you know what, let me tell you something, brother. It's been a long, long time, dude, since I have reviewed the Impact Wrestling, brother. And frankly enough, brother, I'm not even on the show, dude, so I don't even know why I'm doing Hulk Hogan. What is up, guys? This is Chase Oliver 68 here, bringing back the Impact reviews. Now, many people are going to be saying, Chase, why didn't you get this review up when Impact was over like a couple hours ago? Normally, you're always on that. With the Monday Night Raws, you're always on that. Here's the thing, guys. The reason why Impact reviews will probably be later is because I have a math class that goes from 7 to 9:15. And to be honest, I watched the first 30 minutes of Impact before I head there. Head off to the math class. Then I go to the math class, I do it, and then I finish off whatever. I finish off basically whatever I didn't see at home, and it's basically like another hour and a half minus commercials, so it's pretty much like another 40 minutes, I would like to say. So that's why. So hopefully everyone gets this message. This is why Impact reviews are late. If someone asks me, I hope they don't, but yes. And for all the people who are subscribed to NFL videos from me, my predictions for the playoffs, I uploaded them Sunday. Go check it out. Okay, now let's get started with TNA Impact Wrestling, dude. So Impact Wrestling kicks off with one James Storm, who won the #1 contendership last week against Kurt Angle. Rightfully so. And he comes out and he's happy to be the #1 contender again. And, many people are happy James Storm's #1 contender again because, him and Robert Roode are not really finished. They still have a story to tell in that very ring. But one man wants one more shot. And that's Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy and James Storm began to exchange back and forth how, who should be the true #1 contender. And now comes Robert Roode. And, Robert Roode right now reminds me of a JBL type character. I don't know if that's just me, but he just reminds me of a JBL. The way JBL would come out and say, "Oh, I already beat you two. I don't need to prove myself." That's just how Robert Roode came off to me. And I always did like JBL on the mic. I'm pretty sure I'm in the minority there, but Robert Roode cut a very good promo there. Out comes Steen. Steen tells Roode that, the way you won, it was smart. Because Robert Roode lost by DQ because of Bully Ray. And all because Robert Roode promised Bully Ray that he would probably get a title shot. Steen, says, it's going to be smarter. I'm going to put Jeff Hardy, James Storm, one-on-one in the main event for the #1 contendership for that TNA World Heavyweight title. To me, this was a very good opening segment for TNA. I did enjoy both mic works from Jeff Hardy and James Storm. Robert Roode coming in was a good boost, and it kind of hints at who could be the next person in line for that TNA World title. And to be honest, I didn't find anything too wrong about the segment. It maybe went a little bit too long, but other than that, I thought this TNA opening segment was very good, and I enjoyed it. And they hype up the knockouts match that's going to happen later tonight. Angelina Love and talking about Eric Young. Oh, God. This is one feud in TNA. I just do not get why they're doing it. And it's just kind of sad that they are trying to do it. Next up came Gunner versus AJ Styles. This match was pretty good for the time it got. The ending comes with Kazarian coming out, costing AJ the match thanks to Ric Flair distracting the referee, and then Gunner hitting that awkward DDT that he has as a finisher. And I really did like this match. And the reason why I did like this match, and the reason why I thought it was very effective, was because it enhanced not only the AJ Styles and the Kazarian feud that may be happening very soon, but it also helped Gunner get a good win over a big-time star in AJ Styles and did not make AJ Styles look super-duper weak. And that's good. I like what they're doing with Gunner. I think Gunner, he's getting a very good rub, beating with the Ric Flair, doing what he did to Rob Van Dam at Genesis. I feel Gunner right now is on a right track for TNA. This is a time to put Gunner back with that TV title and make that TV title mean something. Robbie E., fuck him, man. I know he's entertaining to most people, but, give that TV title that second-tier championship material like it does, and I believe Gunner could be that guy to hold that TV title, since the X Division title now is basically the Cruiserweight title. It pretty much is the Cruiserweight title. But I did like this segment. The match was okay. Very, very slow start, but other than that, it was a pretty good showing from both men. And not to mention, I did like what TNA does with their Twitter, unlike with WWE, who tells us, oh, what's trending now, or what's going on in the Twitter world. Make sure you discuss Twitter on Raw. TNA, what they did with their approach, I don't know if anyone knows this, but they ask questions. What do you think is the theory behind this Kazarian joining Daniels thing? It's like, it gets a good discussion going, asking that type of question, and it can have different answers from different fans. And I really do like that question and answer thing. It's pretty cool. I personally like it. I do not know. And pretty much that's all I gotta say there about that. Next up, we get hype up between Brutus Magnus and Crimson later tonight. This is good because it's showing off that tag team division. And the tag team division in TNA, before, it used to be a great division. Used to have a lot of good tag teams in there. Latin American Exchange, AJ Daniels, Motor City Machine Guns, Team 3D. And now it's kind of falling off. But TNA is trying their best. They're not doing anything with Samoa Joe. They ain't doing anything with Brutus Magnus. They want to do something with Matt Morgan and Crimson without making Crimson look too weak or without Matt Morgan looking too weak. The tag team division is looking good right now. And Brutus Magnus versus Crimson, Magnus, what I did like, he did get his offense in there. He didn't get totally squashed. But in the end, he basically loses the match in a short manner. It wasn't very entertaining. In a way, it makes sense, but at least Samoa Joe came in there, attacks Crimson, and Samoa Joe and Magnus looked strong in the end, holding the TNA World Tag Team titles. And it is announced that against the laws, we will get Samoa Joe and Brutus Magnus versus Crimson and Matt Morgan for that World Tag Team titles. I'm looking forward to that match. Hopefully it's better than the last time we saw these two wrestlers. So now we get the first main event of the evening, and I'm not even going to go over that whole Eric Young shit where he's all trying to fight for Bellator. I get it. Bellator's coming to Spike TV. Congratulations, but do we need to hype this shit up? Really? You don't need to hype this up any bigger. And I do not care about Garrett Bischoff's Rocky montage about him freaking training to become a professional wrestler. I'm sorry. I really just don't care about that at all. I'd rather talk about this very good Knockouts title match. See, that's the thing with the Divas division and the Knockouts division. And people always say TNA is always better in the Knockouts and Tag Team divisions. People used to say that, like, WWE, yeah, they would have the better shows. They will have the better main eventers. They have guys that you could actually believe in as main eventers. But to me, TNA overall, when it comes to Knockouts and Tag Teams, well, not tag teams, maybe so or less on the same WWE level. But back then, people used to compare TNA's tag teams and say TNA has the best tag team division, and that WWE's tag team division should take notes on how to do it. And WWE should literally take notes how to work a Divas division. Man, Mickie James and Madison Rayne. This feud has been going on for a while, guys. This feud has not stopped. And that's the thing about what I like about TNA and their Knockouts division. They are consistent with feuds. They are consistent on how they book shit there. It's not, yeah, sure, sometimes they'll throw the Divas title here and there every once in a while to some random person. But other than that, when it comes down to who hates who likes who, they are very consistent on that. And they tell a story from back then. I thought Mike Tenay and Taz did a better job on commentary this match. This was a good rematch. Remember, they had a lockdown cage match where Mickie James won in like 2 seconds because she was injured and Madison Rayne just sucked back then. But I thought this was a very good match. Got great time. Good time to end this feud. And I would not mind to see Gail Kim versus Mickie James at Against All Odds, where Mickie James wins that knockout title. I truly believe that they are ready to put that knockout title back on Mickie. But, that's pretty much it. Hype up for Austin Aries. Austin Aries, this is going to be an interesting segment that I'm going to talk about, in a segment that I did like very, very much. Austin Aries and Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley returned, and he wants a title match. Austin Aries doesn't think he deserves it. And the exchange that these two were going at was very good. And then Alex Shelley is a guy that is that can get the crowd cheering for him and get the crowd booing for Austin Aries. See, that's the problem. Austin Aries has been feuding with these guys like Zema Ion and Jesse Nielsen and not Jesse Nielsen, Jesse Sorensen. I'm sorry, Jesse Sorensen, Kid Cash. You know, he's been feuding with these guys where none of the fans really care that much for them. They don't. They care more about Austin Aries than these guys. But now they got Alex Shelley back. Alex Shelley is now back. Alex Shelley is a guy many TNA fans really do like. I like Alex Shelley. I loved Alex Shelley since he was doing the paparazzi shit and with Sting. And Sting went to him and said, "What are you doing at my house?" And Shelley was like, "Nothing. Are you filming this?" "No." And the camera's off. And he was screaming. And he was at Christian's house when Abyss beat the shit out of Christian. I thought that was the shit. Paparazzi. I missed that shit from Alex Shelley. But I always found Alex Shelley entertaining. And I am looking forward to the feud that these two will have for the X Division title. Hopefully it keeps Austin Aries on that heel level so they can keep him as a heel, and especially for matches to come, maybe against, I don't know, Chris Sabin when he comes back. You know, keep him on that heel level and wait until the perfect time's right to drop that X Division title on him. And hell, I would not even mind if Austin Aries went up to this to face for the TV title and made the TV title mean something. I think Austin Aries could do a great job as television champion for TNA. ODB hypes up Eric Young for Eric Young versus Angelina Love. This is pathetic. I'm sorry. If there's anything I did not like about this episode of Impact is this storyline with OBD and Eric Young. And I don't even want to really go into it. Eric Young wins by DQ. He gets his ass kicked by girls. OBD makes a save and makes out with Eric Young. And that's all you guys need to really know about this. This was just a no-no. This is a segment where it's like, why is this on the show? And that's the thing. Sometimes with the wrestling shows, and it happened with Monday Night Raw. Raw was a pretty good show this week, in my opinion. I thought it was a very good show. But they had that one segment with Perez Hilton, and it's like, why? That's with TNA. This week, I thought was a very solid week for TNA. But why is this on our show? Why waste our time with Eric Young? Why not have Robbie E do something with the freaking TV title? Or why not do Zema Ion and Jesse Sorensen some more? I mean, aren't they in a feud? Do some more stuff where we care about these people. Where's Hernandez been, you know? And where the fuck is Ken Anderson? Oh, that's right. TNA booking doesn't know what to do with him. Main event time. James Storm versus Jeff Hardy. This was a very good main event for TNA. I did enjoy this match very much. And the match, though, I wish it kind of ended in a clean finish, but that did not happen. Bully Ray basically comes in, and the match ends in a no contest. Nah. It's just, to me, I just kind of wish that we got a definite winner for this match. I thought maybe James Storm would have been a good choice, where Bully Ray screws Jeff Hardy again, and I thought that would have been a very good choice, but it's just, I just don't know what they're going to do with the world title picture at this point. Yeah, I mean, yes, we know Robert Roode's champion, but is James Storm going to be the solidified number one contender? Are they going to do a Fatal 4-Way match where Bully Ray gets involved somehow? To be honest, like, what has Bully Ray done where it's just really saying he deserves a world title shot? I mean, he hasn't been doing too much to make him really make that claim saying, "Oh, I deserve the world title." But, nonetheless, very good match. I kind of wish it had that definite winner, but, hey, that's just my opinion. So, anyways, what did I think about TNA this week? Sorry if I'm a little bit rusty when it comes down to TNA stuff. I think I did a pretty decent job on this video, but I'm just trying to get in the groove of doing TNA Impact reviews and trying to see what fans would think about them. But you know what? I thought this was a very solid show for TNA. I didn't think it was very bad at all. You know, there's been some impacts where it's like, man, what the fuck are they doing? But there was only what the fuck segment this week. There was only one what the fuck segment this week. You know, and this is what I hate when people say, oh, you know, TNA is just shit. TNA is just that. You know, don't knock it until you watch it. You know, I watch Ring of Honor on the ROH.com fight whatever. I do kind of enjoy Ring of Honor sometimes. Why don't I review it? Because I don't know jack shit about Ring of Honor, completely honest with you, and I would sound like a moron trying to talk about it. With TNA, you know, people just come on here and people are expecting that, oh, this is supposed to be a shit promotion because it's on WWE standards. To me, I think TNA has been doing a lot better than Raw as of late. You know, I started doing TNA reviews earlier. People would have definitely seen that I've been enjoying Impact more than Raw. The only parts I don't like about Impact are this bullshit Eric Young crap. Other than that, I think they're doing the right things with the superstars. They're getting other guys in there that I think are useful. The only problem with TNA is sometimes there will be a storyline like a Jesse Sorensen and a Zema Ion, for example. You'll see it 1 week on TV, it won't appear the next week, but then it'll appear the week after. It's just kind of hard to get into a storyline if we don't see it every single week. And I feel TNA sometimes has too much guys on their roster to really have a good, complete wrestling organization. Sometimes that's why many people probably don't get into TNA because, you know, they throw the storylines on Impact at random sometimes. But to be honest, I thought this was a very good episode of Impact. I mean, very solid episode of Impact, I'm sorry. It gets a B for me. Very enjoyable. You know, the flow of the show is good. Eric Young was like, made sense. I like what they did with Gunner, like I said before. Making the right steps with Gunner in this type of push. So tell me, guys, what you guys thought about Impact Wrestling this week. Comment down below if you guys liked this review and if you liked Impact Wrestling or if you hated Impact Wrestling. All opinions allowed here, man. I love them. Subscribe above if you want more content from me, Chase Oliver68. Like this video. Dislike this video. Your own opinions. You know, they're welcome here. Subscribe to the Excellence of Wrestling. Subscribe to CO Live videos. Subscribe to the pwmforums.com or join the forums, I mean. And yeah, that's pretty much here. I'm going to go take a nap, go to bed, whatever. You know what I'm saying. See y'all.